Hi, this is Mike Pettigrew, and today I'd like to talk about our purpose in life. This is really, really important because a life without purpose is a very unhappy, a very sad and unfulfilled life. We all need to feel as though we have a purpose. We all need to feel valued. We all need to feel and see that our life makes a difference, that we are worth something. Finding our purpose in life is probably the most important thing that we can do. And for me, it all started way back when I was 15 years old. My close cousin Peter, he died in a road accident. He was cycling along on his bicycle from the university heading into Dublin City, and a driver on the road blacked out and crashed into Peter on his bicycle, and Peter was killed. And understandably, this was devastating for our entire family. And Peter was actually my hero. We were very close, and I thought he was an incredible human being, and he was. And after Peter's death, my aunt and uncle, his parents, were given a wonderful book by Dr. Raymond Moody called Life After Life. And that was one of the very first books ever about the near-death experience. In other words, people who clinically died for a minute or 30 seconds or a couple of minutes and were then resuscitated. And a lot of these people had memories of incredible events floating above their physical body, seeing the doctors and nurses trying to resuscitate them, moving through walls and corridors and overhearing conversations that later they verified as having taken place. And this totally blew my mind. I'd never heard about such a thing before. In fact, as I say, Life After Life by Dr. Raymond Moody was the very first book about near-death experiences. So anyone having such an experience back in the 1970s would keep very quiet about it, because you can imagine having such an extraordinary experience and telling your friends and loved ones, they'd think you were nuts. So this was a milestone of a book, because it suddenly allowed people who were having these experiences to share them with others. Even so, to this very day, a lot of people are still very reluctant to share with others when they have a near-death experience. And this is a subject I've studied for almost 40 years at this point. And back in 2002, I started the Institute for Afterlife Research. And I was very actively involved in this kind of work until the point where, well, we lost everything. I went from being a millionaire to losing absolutely everything and reaching the point where I had no money to feed my wife or our baby son who had just been born. Horrendous experience, but a lot of things that in life that are very painful are very good for you, even though you don't see it at the time. And now looking back, I'm really grateful for that experience, because it's helped me to become wiser, more compassionate. I have a lot of new skills I never had before, and I completely transformed that situation. And in a lot of my courses and in my podcasts and videos and programs, I teach people how to overcome really painful situations in their life, and very quickly. Now, let me get back to life's purpose. Why are we here? Well, the amazing thing is, if you take the time to study life after death research yourself, you will discover one very important fact. And that is, we all come to this life, we all come to this world in order to grow spiritually. Now, I'm not talking about religion here. When I say to grow spiritually, I'm talking about growing inner qualities like courage, wisdom, compassion, resilience, determination, kindness, love. These are the qualities I'm talking about. So we're all in this world to grow spiritually. This is what modern life after death research shows us. And a lot of this research is scientific based. Now, this is really important because a lot of scientific study has gone into near-death experiences and other related experiences, and they have found that there really is something going on, something really tangible that can be measured. Okay? So what I'm saying here is we all come to this world to grow, and usually we grow spiritually through hardship. Nobody wants hardship. Nobody wants a rough time. But the fact is, we don't grow as human beings. We don't grow all these inner qualities if everything is easy and nice. In fact, as human beings, we get lazy when everything is just given to us on a plate and we have to make no effort. So by growing these qualities that we come into this life to grow, that is fulfilling one part of our mission. But also, life after death research shows that we are here also to help other people. We are here in this world to help other people in any way that we can. So every human being's purpose in life is exactly the same in one sense. We are here to grow through hardship often, most quickly, and to help other people grow as well, to help other people become happy. We are here to make a difference in the lives of other people. We are here to help people on their way and to help them become happy. So whatever we are doing, we all have different abilities, we all have different strengths, we all have different desires, we all have different passions in life. But whatever it is that we are doing, if we can ask ourselves, or am I really doing my best to grow? And am I really doing my best to help others? Then I think it will show us that we are actually fulfilling our mission. Now, the great thing is we all do have all sorts of passions and interests, and if we can align those with our own growth and contributing to other people in any way that we can, I honestly feel that we are fulfilling our mission as a human being. We are fulfilling our purpose. Now, that's the overall purpose of our lives. I think it's also really, 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 really important to discover what our unique contribution should be. I think this is so important, and I think this is where a lot of people get very disillusioned. A lot of people come to me and say, Mike, I don't know what my purpose is. I don't know what I really, really, really want. And that's understandable. But it's really important at some point to sit down and write down a list of all the things that you love doing in life and start creating a vision for yourself of what you would love to do if all impediments were torn away, if all blocks to your progress were shattered. What would you absolutely love to do if you could do anything you wanted? So this is a question that is big. A lot of people think, oh no, I could never do this, I could never do that. We've all had terrible conditioning as we grow up from, parents, siblings, loved ones, friends, our teachers, the media, the government, religions. We all have this conditioning, and this conditioning stops us from achieving amazing things in our life. But at some point it's important to start planning our life, not just giving in to that conditioning, the little voice that says, oh, you've tried it before, don't try it again, you failed before, don't bother trying it again, that voice of laziness that tries to distract us from what's really important. But at some point we need to write down and plan our life. And as I say, if you can align your passions, your loves in life, what you love doing, if you can align that with becoming a better person and also contributing to the lives of others, I'm absolutely certain you will be fulfilling your true purpose in life. And I also go into this in a lot more detail in my courses and training programs. So thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to speaking with you again very soon. I really do hope you've enjoyed this episode, and before I go, I have a very special offer for you, which I'll explain in a moment. But before I do, I just want to say that if you've enjoyed this episode, then please do give us a like below this video, because when you do this, it enables other people to also benefit from it. Of course, if you'd like to leave a comment, then you're most welcome to do so, and I'll be really happy to hear from you. Now, if you're watching this episode on YouTube, then please do remember to subscribe to my channel. And you can also listen to my Transformation and Empowerment podcast on iTunes. Now let me tell you about the special bonus I mentioned a moment ago, because if you go to my website right now at mikepettigrew.com, then for a limited time only you can get free lifetime access to our special members only area. Membership will give you access to all sorts of inspiring and empowering videos and training materials that you won't find anywhere else on my website. And again, right now, membership is completely free, but I can really only offer this for a limited time. So I strongly recommend that you get your membership right now, and I believe you will find it a very valuable resource and source of inspiration and empowerment. And you can sign up and get immediate access from any page on my website. So again, thank you so much for watching this episode, and I look forward to serving you again soon.